So, you can't tell. You might be able to see it, I don't know. But, we're at my, garage in my house, which means we're talking about a certain car, which is my beloved Z3. Um, Last video I made, which was the first video on this channel, was about 7 months ago. Absolutely nothing has happened to that car in those 7 months. Where it stopped in the video is where it stopped forever. I have not just gone 7 months. There's a gross amount of spider webs under it, and it was undercover, so it doesn't have that much dust, but it's still a dirty car. But essentially, I came to the conclusion that this car is too clean and I don't want to have it slammed anymore. Now, was it slammed? No. Would it drag sparks along the road? Yes. But it wasn't as slammed as it could be, per se. But you couldn't see through the other side when you looked under it, you know. All you would see is a frame rail on the ground. So it was low, yes. Was it slammed? No. But I don't want to drive like that anymore. It's how this car kind of always got messed up somehow, and it's a 80,000 mile car. It has significant value to our family for a couple different reasons, but still gonna keep so I manual swapped it, so we're gonna keep it manual, but then the plan is to put an OEM gas tank in it, and then raise the car. It's still gonna be on coilovers, but just definitely like not as low at all as what it was. It'll still have decent fitment. It'll still be fun to drive, but just kind of more of like a weekend cool cruiser car that you can just rip around it. It's a fun car to drive, don't get me wrong, but slamming it and kind of ruining that car for how clean it is, it's just not in my interest anymore. Yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but at the time that was my only car, and that's what I was into, and I'm still into those types of cars. I love slammed cars. They're sick. And hopefully, with a project I'm working on soon, I'll have another slammed car soon. That'll be fun. And that's actually not the reason why I'm raising this car. I was actually raising this car before, and I've been trying to work something out with some people about slamming cars, and so hopefully we'll have something soon. It's a secret. It will be a secret for a while, but yeah, it will be all good though. And but yeah, I'll go over what I want to do with this car, what I'll accomplish tonight, and future plans for this car. But it will be running soon, and I've probably been saying that for about a year now, so who knows, but fingers crossed. I have the money and willpower to make this thing run again. So, as you can see with the mess in here, I actually did clean up a little bit, but Z3 in all of its glory, it's still low, as you can tell. That's not supposed to be that high up there. I still have to adjust the front coilovers. I don't really know what to do with the rear because I had 326 springs, but I can't rock the 326 springs because they're literally, I think they're like 3.75 or like 4 inches, like really small springs for the rear. So I can't really rock those again. But yeah, this paint is beautiful, except for on the other side. This side's really nice. The other side, not so much. But I need to put the door back on the other side and then get body work done some point in the future. Well, I'll put the door on soon, but the body work, where it's all crinkled right there, need to figure that back out. But I was gonna take it to a shop and have them smooth it out. But now since I'm working on the car, I'm like, I'll just open the door back on and drive it to a shop instead. But all this packaging is for this boy right here. OEM fuel tank. I just found hardware for it, surprisingly. I would have guessed I would have thrown, or not thrown it away, but it was a little hard to find. But since I did take this out like a year ago, but this is a different one because my other one was fucked because it was dragging on the ground. So don't use that again. But I went through all my nuts and bolts from a year ago from that box and found it actually because I decided a year ago that I wouldn't label anything because everything was going to be custom made. So yeah, that was fun. Subframe obviously still out. Now the fabrication I did in here, I'm gonna have to cut out because I welded it a little bit. Nothing crazy though, no crazy welds. So I'm just gonna fucking focus. Just cut out the welds, put the trunk the way it was, just leave it. I have the trunk in the garage too. I'll slap the trunk lid on. I do not want to have to deal with this though, because this wiring sucks. I remember dealing with it, and it took me probably like 2 hours to just pull out of the trunk. So reinstalling it, I know it's gonna be a bitch, but at the end of the day, we'll get it done. Still have a manual transmission. Never driven this car with a manual transmission. Kind of crazy to think about that I did the swap probably like 9-10 months ago, and I've never driven it. But yeah, and we'll go and lift this up real quick. Nothing really needs to be done on here. Still super clean. I'm gonna keep the engine risers in just so I don't have to take them out because I don't really want to do that. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for camber plates necessarily, because these ones are a little like funky where it's like they're all the way back, it's centered, but they're forward a little bit, and I don't know. I have to figure out what I want to do with that. But yeah, that's really it. I need to like, you know, bleed brakes and clutch and transmission fluid. Should probably change the oil on it since it's been sitting for a year. But yeah, basically I just need to put the car back to how it was, which in theory shouldn't be crazy hard. In theory, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but the car will be back to stock and all good soon. My only goal for tonight is just put the original gas tank back in. I don't care if it's loosely put in. I just want it hanging up there somewhat correctly, and I'll probably fix the rest tomorrow since it's late tonight and I'm tired of shit. But yeah, we'll get that done real quick. And here's the straps to hold in the gas tank. Yes, I wear slides when I work on my cars. Fuck you. Fuck toe protection. Or any type of feet protection. So it's been a little bit since an update on Z3. But pretty sure last time I filmed anything about it, we were putting in the OEM gas tank. So after that, I went ahead and did the fuel lines, and I had to extend the wires on the fuel pump harness. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but yeah, so I went ahead, redid all that, and then now, as you can see, don't mind that it's on a skateboard, it's just being held up. We're in the process of putting the subframe back in. Doing it alone fucking sucks, but we're getting there. It's just stuck there and then stuck on the, I'll show you the other bushing. this one's all the way up, but that one's all the way down. And now they're counteracting each other, and I can't even get it to go down. So, and then I still gotta put the seat back, this. Again, don't know how this car's gonna start with it being manual swapped and all that, and don't know what codes it's gonna throw. But my goal for the end of this week, hopefully, I might not have the time, kind of ran into some complications. Hopefully, by the end of this week, have subframe back in, bolted in, and like rear shocks and springs in, and all the brake lines connected. Hopefully, have the e-brake cables connected, even though that's hard to do. Just like have all the wires plugged back in for the subframe, and then I want to see if it will start per se before I like put the drive shaft back on, or like before I put the drive shaft back on, before I put the exhaust back on, because if I have to like go around and take those out again, then it would just be annoying if something doesn't work. So yeah, that's kind of like my goal for like next couple of weeks, is subframe in and then get fluids in the car. Like it needs brake fluid, needs to change oil, needs gas, every fluid you can imagine it needs. So I gotta do that, bleed all the lines, everything, then try and fire it up, see if it will actually start. But yeah, that's the update for right now. I'll keep you guys updated with how it goes, first start, all that, and yeah.